So, you know what's something that's very, very funny is that in real life, you can kind of tell which iPhones are usually bought more than other ones. What I mean by that is basically if you're walking around in real life, online, you can basically see that there's a lot of iPhones that are being reviewed that a lot of people have used. But in real life, I have personally never seen somebody actually use an iPhone SE third generation that I could easily tell. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that every single person that's ever used any sort of iPhone that I will basically be able to see it, and not every single person owns an iPhone anyway. But there is a chance that if somebody uses an iPhone and I take a look at it, I can probably tell which type of iPhone it is. Most of the time, I can probably get it right, although sometimes, other times, you can't get it right. I will tell you, I have never seen anybody ever actually use an iPhone SE third generation. Now, the funny thing is that I actually think the iPhone SE third generation in the used market is a decent deal. It's not even a good deal, but it's okay. Like if you're going to go ahead and buy an iPhone, you could do a lot worse than this particular iPhone. So it definitely, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But I have never seen anybody actually in my real life day to day actually use something like the iPhone SE third generation. Now, why is that the case? Why do I think this is even happening? Well, with something like the iPhone SE 3, there's a couple ways that I can take a look at an iPhone and basically see whether, what type of iPhone it is. Even people using home button iPhones, I very rarely see nowadays. Usually, one of the more popular iPhones I see nowadays are usually the iPhones with the flat sides, so something like the iPhone 12, 13, or 14, or any of the Plus or Pro Max models. Most of the time, I don't really see any of those smaller, home button iPhones anymore. I think maybe I saw an iPhone 8 Plus the other day, but even if somebody is using a home button iPhone, there's a couple things that stand out that could tell me whether it's an iPhone SE2 or iPhone SE3. These things include if the front of the iPhone is black and the back of the iPhone is white. That usually will tell me it's an iPhone SE2 or 3. But even when I can sum it down, I don't really see too many people using iPhone SEs anymore, to be honest, either. But let alone an iPhone SE third generation, I very rarely hear anybody talking about this iPhone. I very rarely hear anybody even mention this iPhone anymore. So what does this mean nowadays? Well, I can probably tell you that for the most part, a majority of people haven't really even purchased an iPhone SE3. Now, that doesn't mean again that this is a bad iPhone, but I just actually think that for the most part, if you're going day to day, you're probably not going to see too many people buying this iPhone or using this iPhone, and probably for a good reason. There really isn't that big of a reason to purchase an iPhone like this in this day and age. It makes a lot more sense to buy an iPhone like an iPhone, 10R, iPhone 11, especially an iPhone 12 or 13, which are around the same price as this thing in the used market. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to purchase an iPhone like this right now. And probably a huge testament to this is probably nobody's even buying this iPhone as far as I can tell. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.